Right, this is a past question, and this is the calculus dealing with the other part, not differentiation. This is integration. So this is slightly different. Integration can be used in all sorts of science, maths. It can be used in accountancy and everything. I was a material scientist many years ago, and we looked at the tribological properties of surfaces, how they erode if you put your hand on something, and things erode over the years and years and years. So I thought I'd choose this as a mathematical problem. The tribology surface properties of a material P varies exponentially. Exponentially, if you remember off last year, it's this exponent or sign here, just there, that E value. Okay, so what we've got to do really is do this bit first, then we'll do this one second. Okay, so if we just write that equation down, this equation was pulled out the bag. Yeah, it's pulled out the bag. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a minus sign there. Very important, that minus sign. Yeah, and this really is what they call a definite integral. I'll just write that down for you. A definite integral. Yeah, and basically what you've got to think of, last time you did the unit 4, when you integrate something like that, what you do is you end up with this idea. That's the principle in this case. That is the principle in this case. You've got to know that basics before you do anything, yeah? So what we're going to do is integrate that. So what we'll do is we'll put the fancy sign for integration. I don't know if everybody remembers it. It's like an S that's been squashed, woof, like that. The S has been squashed, that's the integration sign. In fact, yeah, that's right. We'll look at this as a definite integral, yeah? So it does give us the actual variables, yeah, it said t from 1 to t equals 3 on the question, yeah, so it's got limits. So those limits, that's called the lower limit, and this one's called the upper limit. Okay, so what we need to do is integrate it first. So when you integrate something, always put it in square brackets, because that tells you that you've integrated it, you see. So we've got to integrate this. So we're just following this little pattern here. We've now got 1 over minus 0.4 e to the minus 0.4 t. Yeah? And the lower limit is 1 and the upper limit is 3. So basically in an exam you get a couple of points for certainly doing that. Now the next bit, what we do now is we get two sums. We actually get two sums here. And the way I always do it is stick a minus sign there and a big bracket and a big bracket and a big bracket and a big bracket. It really does make things simpler, right? We hide this thing here and we put this thing here and we substitute the 3 and the 1. It's always the upper one, the upper limit here that goes on the left and the lower limit that goes on the right. Okay? Now those of you that like using calculators, you could say that divided by that is minus 2.5. Yeah, because a plus divided by a minus is a minus. 1 divided by 0.4, if you multiply the top by 10 and the bottom by 10, it's 10 divided by 4, which is 2.5. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. So that's 2.5 e to the minus 0.4 times the 3 value. See that? That 3 value goes in there. And on the other side, we do exactly the same, because we've got exactly the same setup if you think about it. E to the minus, be careful here, 0.4, let's not catch anybody out. The lower limit is 1. So if you put a 1 on there, okay, we'll put that in brackets. And now it's simply, actually you can do it on the calculator now, simply by doing this. If you do minus 2.5 on the calculator times shift natural log of minus bracket, well, 1.2 close brackets, and you get the answer. We'll put it down on the left. And then don't forget that minus, it's so important, that minus will stay there. Do this one again, minus 2.5 times shift natural log of minus 0.4 times 1, which is obviously just 0.4. So what we're going to do now is literally, because we need a little bit of space here, we're going to finish the calculation off. So what we're going to do is, when you work it out in the calculator, 0.75298 There's that minus sign that says, don't forget, minus 1.6758. Now, let's be clever about this one. There's a 1 there, really a 1 there, and it's minus 1 times that. So minus times a minus is a plus, you see. So that's a plus 1.6758. And on this side we've got our minus 0.75298. Yeah, I was taught at school when I was 7 by a very vicious teacher, woman teacher, actually, that says like signs you hadn't keep the sign, unlike signs take them away and give it the sign of the big one. So unlike signs, take them away, yeah, take them away, right, or unlike signs, take them away and give it the sign of the big one. It's a plus. And that would conclude that particular sum.